Bell is in the news again, but this time he telling you.
Don't go crazy with the words on this.
Okay, I got you. This time he telling his dark secret. So if you didn't know, the investigation TV is doing a four part series where they're talking about quiet on the set, the dark side of kid TV.
Basically it's things that we can't even talk about. People in power at what Nickelodeon and at Disney.
Yes.
Were basically almost had a ring of like selling pictures, like meetups. It was basically like they were running their own Epstein Island through Nickelodeon and Disney. I'll put it that way for you.
Yeah, and it was so crazy because we gonna play the video, then we're gonna come back and let you know about these open secrets.
To hear that Brian Peck was a sexual predator, it made me wonder
just right off from it
about who was being hurt.
Who it is, when it happened, where it happened, I have no idea.
It wasn't dealing with anybody on the shows or anything, right?
It was a child actor.
On one of our shows?
Yes.
Can't even face the truth. True crime. True crime is the biggest thing in the world.
Man, it's just crazy, man. This whole situation is crazy. So, if you didn't know, I mean, Drake's they're saying that Drake Bell's gonna come out and talk about a situation where he had with Brian Peck. Brian Peck is somebody that happened. This happened a long time ago, between 2010
we actually,
to
my
12.
co-host played one of these episodes, and I tried to get him to take it off after 5 minutes. It is freaking nasty.
It was hard, and then so basically, I'm gonna tell you what's going on. So basically, with him, Brian Peck, he got caught for this. He went to jail, but they only gave him 16 months. Then they took him back. Then they basically released him from jail. He basically got hired back on, but this time he got hired on for Sweet Life on Deck, and he was the talking mirror. I didn't even know that they had the mirror that the girl used to talk to, the rich girl used to talk to, in I think Zach on Sweet Life of Cody.
The Zach and Cody show?
The Zach and Cody show, yeah, and it had a mirror.
Didn't they have a spin-off show? Was it the On
Sweet
Deck
Life
one?
on Deck? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
See, what's funny is my co-host is older than me, and I was already done watching like Disney and Nickelodeon, but he knows all the shows that are after when even I was watching.
I liked it. I used to watch it.
I didn't even watch Drake and Josh. I was already like too old. I remember like seeing like random commercials, but I was already done watching Disney Channel by then.
See, I was innocent, man. But see, I was still innocent.
Sounding like people in this documentary.
So basically how this works is that, and the way we watched the documentary, they have another documentary. I need to look it up. It's called Open Secrets, and they talked about how these people used to find the kids, and they used to always pick the kid that was always far away off. That was always like not with everybody else.
The quiet kid, and the vulnerable kid.
The vulnerable kid, and somehow they would convince the parents to let them move in with them, which was just crazy. Like,
that's weird.
How are so many? This is basically the R. Kelly situation. Like, how are y'all being convinced to let y'all
Michael Jackson
kids hang out with these people? But I get it.
Well,
it's the money.
It's the money, because a lot of these people are so enthralled with making their child a star on either TV, movies, or commercials that they're like, hey, if this is a person in the industry that takes like an interest and wants to like take my child under their wing, they're like, we're in. But they're not thinking like that something sinister could be from this. Like, why is this adult like so into like working with kids?
Yeah.
To the point where he wants to like live with them.
True.
Like, you know, that you gotta be like, you gotta see to a point where it's a little weird. It's one thing if like someone wants to give you a hand in your career, but the way they were talking in the show, the guy made it weird super early, and it's like, how do y'all not see this?
Stay away
like
from
hot
the hot
tub parties,
and like they used to
basketball where they only posted up.
Exactly. I mean, they was living a lavish lifestyle. So as soon as they went to, they was living. Remember that when they went to the.
No, I'm just saying because we just said all that, and you're like, yeah, they were living lavish.
I mean, they said. I mean,
if that's the lavish lifestyle, I don't want it.
Remember, that's what they were saying. Like, you know, sometimes they go. It was a pool. It was a big house with a pool, and they always wake up to go in the pool when they was hungry. They just swim to the edge, and those butlers and everybody there bringing them food and everything. And then they had the bar area where, there was a lot of Diddy stuff going on, a lot of Diddy partying. Basically, that's
A lot of like Diddy Meek Mill type stuff.
exactly. There's a lot of that going on. A lot of kids talked about that. Some kids even basically had alcohol problems because of this. It was just a very sad situation. So back to the whole Drake Bell thing. So within the 4-part series, so they're gonna have Drake on there talking. They're gonna have a couple other child stars talking. I mean, it's just crazy how Hollywood just works, and it's just nasty.
It just seems like anything where like children are focused, and unfortunately that it becomes like a breeding ground for crimes to be committed. Because it's like you look at how many times like you've seen in Hollywood where they have young kids in any type of sets that they have people being weird.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you even have like churches where they have like a lot of kids around the church. That stuff starts getting weird. It's just like any time that there's like a big group of kids, it's just there's like creeps coming.
Or Harvey Weinstein. So basically, Harvey Weinstein or Diddy. So I'm really thinking like anytime where there's somebody in a position of power, and they got something that you want, that they're gonna use it against you, and they always pick the weak-minded people to. And
they're like, hey, you want to be famous?
Exactly. Hey, you want to be famous? Want to do this?
People that are eager to sell their soul.
It's just
like
crazy.
ludicrous.
And the things that
allegedly.
And the alleged things that these managers were doing, it's just so wrong and so weird. But I need y'all to. I don't even want to talk about this much longer.
That's why we're gonna stick to podcasting at our own place. We're not gonna be podcasting at no like crazy studio in Hollywood, because we know what they do to you in Hollywood.
Oh my God.
They make you ride the Magic School Bus.
They got this new rumor going on with the Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion, saying the only reason why Megan Thee Stallion got that song is she had to go down on alleged. It's just crazy. Everybody getting, and then
it looks like there's a Diddy party everywhere.
Oh,
basically.
then they showed the dude from Different Strokes, not Gary Coleman, but the older brother. He was in the documentary. He's talking about situations.
Oh, yeah. It's just crazy that you look back on like it seems like more than half, like 60% of like your childhood shows that there was like drama or like things going on behind the scenes that like if you look at it's like not cool.
You see Orlando Brown?
Orlando Brown's all freaked out. It's like that's why all those child stars are crazy, and like why most of them don't make it at 30 is like that's Hollywood.
Britney Spears. It's just Leonardo DiCaprio. They kept showing.
Kanye tried to warn us.
They kept showing Leonardo DiCaprio but now it makes sense why he does what he does. Yeah,
he's been a child star.
It's just hard.
I mean, the only one that I've seen that's like normal is like Justin Timberlake.
He ruined Jennifer. He ruined Janet Jackson's career. He ain't normal.
I mean, he had to prove himself.
Horrible. But
that was probably like a Scientology type of thing.
I need y'all to comment below. Let me know how you feel about this 4-part documentary series that's coming out, and how y'all feel about Hollywood.